Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from in the globe. Welcome to Nana's Classic Stitches channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for clicking. Returnees too, thank you so much for coming back. Now, today, before we continue with our finishing of inside of our garment, I need to correct two things. The zigzag and the over edge seams that I did it in my previous video before this. I said to put the two seams together, the seam allowance together to do the stitch. You can do it both ways, okay? Either you open the seam allowance and do each side, or put the seams together. It's not necessary that you have to do it all the time, putting the seam allowance together. You can leave it open and do the stitch on each side of the seam allowance. And also, I keep forgetting to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know why I keep forgetting. Thank you. Let's continue. Today we're going to do, I went ahead and did a couple of things, always just to save time. So we're going to do the, what do you call it? The flat felt seam. I hope you can see it. Okay, flat felt seam. And this one, you do it from the right side. Okay, you do it from the right side of the fabric. So if I've written right side of the fabric. So your seam allowance, all the stitches that I'm going to show you today too, is all the seams are 5/8. So you do it from the inside, the right side, right side of the fabric, and then you're going to trim one side of the seam allowance towards the back of your garment. You're going to trim that 1/3 of it, 1/3 of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, 1/3 of it. And let's say this is the back seam, okay, back of your garment, towards the back of your garment. So the one that you didn't trim, you wrap it around this, wrap it around the side that you trimmed 1/3, okay, wrap it, and this one you put it both on the garment and you stitch it. So you wrap it around and you put it on the fabric, all this on your right side of the fabric. You wrap it around and you stitch it close to the edge. Don't forget to backstitch. All my samples that I'm giving you, I'm using contrast thread so you can see what I'm doing. But when you're doing your garment, please make sure you match your thread to the fabric. So we're almost done here. Okay, so this is the finish. And this is the right side of the garment. Okay. right side of the garment. And this stitch is what do you call it? This is used for men's tailored shirt or jeans. This seam, okay? Men's tailored shirt or jeans. Okay, let's move on to the next. The overlay. As I always say, I always press the seams and everything before I start showing you guys, just to save time. Now let's do the overlay. Overlay also the right side. Okay, overlay seam. It's also, you work it through the right side of the fabric. You fold one side of your seam allowance 5/8 towards the wrong side, and then you lay it on top of the right side of the other fabric and matching your seams. So this is the wrong side that I'm matching my seams, and this is the right side that I folded one end on top of the right side of the other side. So now you stitch. You make sure you have 5/8, 5/8, or whatever seams you're using. If it's 3/8, a quarter, you can do that. Whoa. Okay, so this is the right side. We're not done yet. Just want to show you. That's the right side, and this is the wrong side. Okay, and now we're going to stitch 3/8 away from our first stitch. Okay, so I think it's a centimeter or so. It's similar to the top stitching. Okay, my seam is crooked there, similar to the top stitching, but this is the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, and then the last one we're going to do, that's more, but this is how far I'm going to take you to finish inside of our garment. This is the let's see, overlaid. Yeah, this is the Hong Kong finished seam. Okay, Hong Kong finished seam. I did one side to save time. You had to get you can use fine lining fabric, and you can also use silk organza to do this. So this is the first one seam that I've done, and I'm going to do the other side. So when you have your 5/8, you press the seams open, you cut bias organza of very fine lining fabric. I'm using batiste. This is fine cotton. Batiste is cotton. They have different kinds. So I'm giving you homework to go research what is batiste. Okay, so I cut 3/4 on bias, and then I'm gonna stitch about 1/8 right side to the seam of your seam allowance. Okay, so this is the 3/8 bias, and then this is your seam allowance that I'm putting the two raw edge together. I hope you can see it. I'm all over the place. Okay, there, and I'm gonna stitch about 1/8 or just over 1/8. Sometimes try to go with the time so much that I found myself rushing and repeating myself, because I don't want to go more than 10 minutes. Okay, so you trim the ends. Now I'm gonna press this and I'll be back. I'm gonna press this towards the garment or towards the raw edge. Okay. I'm back. And now, after I press it, I'm gonna fold the raw edge of the bodice under the stitch that I just did, and let it pass the stitch. See? Let it pass it. And then you stitch from the top of the seam, not the bottom, the top of the seam. So let's go. I think I'm comfortable. There are some days like that. Okay, I'm gonna press all my seams and I'll be back. Okay, I made a boo-boo here and I'm gonna correct it. I hope I got it this time. Okay. Okay, I'll fix it later. Okay, so this is the Hong Kong finish finish seam. Okay, and see under the seam, and there, and this is the right side. And this one is normally used for wools and what do you call it, linens. It's for jackets that are not lined. Mostly they use this, okay, for jackets that are not lined, for wools and linen fabrics. Okay, so this is the Hong Kong finished seam. As I sound like a broken record. And this is the overlay. This is the right side. This is the wrong side. And this is the flat felt seam. This is the wrong side, and this is the right side. It looks like top stitching. Okay, and then I did top stitching. I did top stitching, and that's the back. This one, I put both seams, I serge it, and I iron it towards one side. And then this one is also top stitching, but I open the seam up. I serge it and I open the seam